Welcome to the Southeast Mark IIs. Somehow we are now ready to take the engine out of our Mark II Golf. Stick with us. Although I had disconnected the exhaust from the downpipe, it was still catching on the bottom of the steering rack, so something needed to be done. Despite us making some minor adjustments to the crane and jiggling the engine around, we couldn't get it clear of the exhaust, which was frustrating. More had to come off. The track slag downpipes are held on by 3 16mm nuts on either downpipe. Only one, on the right hand one as you can see, needs a spanner to undo. The others can be undone via socket, which was really handy. Well done, track slag, considering the size of the engine and the work that you have to go through. That's really impressive.
Oh, I got killing him up here. Yep, here we go. Here we go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Yes, there's one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's your gasket.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. Yes, we're off.
What's your fluid damper?
It'll come, but it's like
I just hold it like that. Then it's clear on this side, and then we just pull it out. You raise me up to the highest mountain.
that is it. Well, I'd lower it before going. What you can do is just put a little spin on it, like that. Yeah. You can go down on the floor. Okay. There we go. How graceful.
Just like that.
Now the real fun begins, the strip down. The gearbox is held on by a series of bolts and the starter motor is too. They all come off and the gearbox is removed. Now we open the Pandora's box by removing the top timing chain cover. Like a mystery box.
We've got to be careful because we're trying to get it over these here.
Yeah.
No rush.
Love it.
There we go, sounded positive.
There we go. Look, tensioner.
Yeah. Oh, not very tensioned, but that's because it was on the edge.
Or
there.
a guide.
There we go.
Oh no, that's because it's that. That's what that does.
Ah. That's well gummy.
Yeah, you need a light to do that, I think.
There we go, look at this.
It's not
One way-
stupid if it works.
Exactly. One way to lock the clutch in position so it doesn't spin while you're trying to undo it. So we've successfully got the engine out. It is on the engine stand. Now, off with its head. After the rocker cover had been removed, which was as simple as just undoing all of the bolts around the top, this allowed us to have a good look at what's going on inside the head. The head bolts are cracked off one by one in a corner-to-corner arrangement. It's a bit baked in here. So the rocker cover gasket has obviously gone. It looks like the sealant as well. So a fair bit of corrosion on the aluminium there. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing that we're doing all this. I think it's well in need of some TLC. At least it's not a waste of time. Yeah. got to take these bolts off, be able to access the chain, and we'll change the crank seal as well whilst we're at it.
With the cover removed, we now have access to the chains and can remove the bolts that hold on the tensioners and the guides. Once these guides and tensioners are released, then the chain tension drops and you can take the chain off.
Ta-da! There we go. How's that?
That's quite heavy. Mighty little. Bear hug it.
Just try and work out where it's failed. There.
Although not immediately obvious as to where the head gasket has failed, it's evident that there is a problem somewhere, as there was a lot of heat build up in there and some steam cleaning looks like it's gone on. We removed the nuts for the camshaft bearing caps so that we can remove them. These have to be kept in exactly the order which they were removed and refitted in that order, otherwise you will have problems and the camshaft will likely seize. By using a rather hefty 1 1/4 inch spanner to lock the camshaft, we can now remove the camshaft gear adjuster. The bolts on these are stretch bolts, much like the ones that you'll find in the head, so they will be replaced.
There you go. It's got a little dowel, which means it can only go in one way.
In it.
Is this the most satisfying thing you'll ever see? Oh, love it. I love watching an engine turn over. Do the guide. That was tight, wasn't it? So all of these components are going to be replaced. The chains, the guides, the bolts, everything's going to be replaced. So we set the engine to TDC on these two cylinders here. And to do that, you've got the damper here, and at the very bottom here, there's that little notch, and if you can just see, there's a little mark in the block as well. So you line those two up, and that times the head up to the block up to TDC on those two cylinders. And on here as well, how do you mark that? That is,
So
there's a cutout. You can see the cutout tooth there. That needs to be in line with that mark there. So you've got your cam position sensors here, and they're they're held on with these bolts here. And if we've worked out, if this one actually fails, there's basically no way you can change the sensor without being in this situation here, having taken everything out, chains got to come off and everything like that, because there was physically no access to that bolt. You've got to physically take exactly what we've done here, take the head off, remove the chains and everything, take the cams out to be able to access that bolt. So I think for peace of mind, we're probably going to change that sensor anyway, because it's done 97,000 miles or thereabouts, I think it is, and it's 16 years old. So you just don't know when it's going to go. So we'll replace it with another genuine item. We won't go for anything patent rubbish, because yeah, then you're really in the world of the unknown. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Probably change that one as well while we're at it, so that we don't end up in a similar situation. So more money.
The head will be sent away to an engine machine shop for reconditioning. At first I was only intending to skim the head, but I think looking at the state of it, it looks like it may have missed a few oil changes in its time, even though it had got a full Audi service history up to 62,000 miles when I purchased the car that it came from. So, full head reconditioning required. Join us next time to continue the strip down on Southeast Mark II Golfs.